Hello guys, this is Rich of Rich TV. Today's blog is different from other blog because we're going to relate to you a story of a teacher and a student. But of course, it would not be me who will be telling you the story, but I have invited somebody to share to you and read to you that story. So, I would like to introduce to you the speaker of today's blog, Ma'am Dawn, Christine Dawn Kausing.
Hi,
Yay!
hello everybody. Sir, thank you so much for having me and inviting me as a guest in your blog. This is such a pleasure.
Okay, thank you, Ma'am Dawn. So, can you read the story for them?
Yes, so this is the story of a student and a teacher. This is a true to life story that even today is still used as a inspiration to all educators. Okay, I will read. As he stood in front of her fifth grade class on the very first day of school, she told the children an untruth. Like most teachers, she looked at her students and said that she loved them all the same. However, that was impossible because there in the front row, slumped in his seat, was a little boy named Teddy Stoddard. Mrs. Thompson had watched Teddy the year before and noticed that he did not play well with other children, that his clothes were messy, that he constantly needed a bath. In addition, Teddy could be unpleasant. It got to the point where Mrs. Thompson would actually take the delight to mark a very big X and a big letter F at the top of his papers. At the school where Mrs. Thompson taught, she was required to review the past records, and she put the file of Teddy at the last page. However, when she reviewed his file, she was very surprised. Teddy's first grade teacher wrote, "Teddy is a bright child with a ready laugh. He does his work neatly and has good manners. He is a joy to be around." His second grade teacher said and wrote, "Teddy is an excellent student, well liked by his classmates, but he is troubled because his mother has a terminal illness and life at home must be a struggle." His third grade teacher wrote, "His mother's death has been hard on him. He tries to do his best, but his father doesn't show much interest, and his home life will soon affect him if some steps aren't taken." Teddy's fourth grade teacher wrote, "Teddy is withdrawn and doesn't show much interest in school. He doesn't have many friends, and sometimes he sleeps in class." By now, Mrs. Thompson realized the problem, and she was ashamed of herself. She even felt worse when her students brought her Christmas presents wrapped in beautiful ribbons and bright paper, except for Teddy's. His present was clumsily wrapped in a heavy brown paper that he got from a grocery bag. Mrs. Thompson took pains to open it in the middle of the other presents. Some of the children started to laugh. And when she found a rhinestone bracelet with some of the stones missing and a bottle that was 1/4 full of perfume. But she stifled the children's laughter when she exclaimed how pretty the bracelet was, putting it on, dabbing some of the perfume on her wrist. Teddy stayed after school that day just long enough to say, "Mrs. Thompson, you smell just like my mother used to." After the children, she cried for at least half an hour. On that very day, she quit teaching reading, writing, and arithmetic. Instead, she began to teach children. Mrs. Thompson paid particular attention to Teddy. As she worked with him, his mind seemed to come alive. The more she encouraged him, the faster he responded. By the end of the year, Teddy had become one of the smartest children in the class. And despite her lie that she would love all the children all the same, Teddy became one of the teacher's pets. A year later, she found a note under her door. It was from Teddy, telling her that she was the best teacher that he ever had in his whole life. 6 years went by before she got another note from Teddy. He then wrote that he had finished high school, third in his class, and she was still the best teacher he had ever had in his life. 4 years after that, she got another letter saying that while things had been tough at school, he stayed in school, had stuck with it, and would soon graduate from college with the highest of honors. He assured Mrs. Thompson that she would still be the best and the most favorite teacher he will ever have in his entire life. Then 4 years passed. Yet another letter came. This time, he explained that he got his bachelor's degree. He decided to go a little further. The letter explained that he was still the best, that Mrs. Thompson is still the best and the most favorite teacher that he ever had. But now his name was a little extra, a little longer. The letter was signed Theodore F. Stoddard, MD. The story does not end there. You see, there was another letter that spring. Teddy said he had met this girl and was going to be married. He explained that his father died a couple of years ago, and he was wondering if Mrs. Thompson might agree to sit at the wedding in the place that was usually reserved for the mother of the groom. Mrs. Thompson did, of course. And guess what? She wore that bracelet, the one with the several rhinestones missing. Moreover, she made sure that she was wearing the perfume that Teddy remembered his mother wearing on their last Christmas together. They hugged each other, and Dr. Stoddard whispered in Mrs. Thompson's ears, "Thank you, Mrs. Thompson, for believing in me. Thank you so much for making me feel important and showing me that I could make a difference." Mrs. Thompson, with tears in her eyes, whispered back. She said, "You have it all wrong. You were the one who taught me that I could make a difference. I didn't know how to teach until I met you."
Oh, di ba guys? Nakakaiyak yung story, no? Ang ganda-ganda talaga ng story, no? Di ba, Ma'am Christine?
Yeah, super. I had this story like years back, and I actually presented this in one of the church talk that I have entitled "Encouragement." The way you encourage people will make a big difference in the lives of,
Okay.
especially in students.
So, Ma'am Don,
Yes.
I would like to ask you, through that story, anong reflection na maibigay mo ngayon as an inspiration also for those who are watching this vlog?
Yes, as an educator, what we do, what we say, how we treat people, or how we see them as a person can either break or make a person. And as an educator, it is our goal. As teachers, it is our goal, it is our dream. It has been our responsibility to bring hopes to the lives of children, to mold them, to teach them, to lead them to a path where they should go. We play a very important role in the lives of our children in molding the minds, the behavior, the value, and the future of our students. And one of our role as well is to encourage. It is said that, and the heart of encouragement is to communicate a person's value. No matter how you see a person, he may be a bright student or I'll say a slow learner student, we should always find the value in the lives of the students. When we help people feel valuable, capable, and motivated, we sometimes see their lives change forever. Just like what happened to Theodore, to Teddy, on how his teacher treated him after she saw the reality of his life. And if we see this change, we can see them go change the world as well. So I hope that we teachers, those who are listening out there,
And
that we
the
will-
soon-to-be
yes.
teachers also.
Yes,
no?
of course. For the students, do not forget that this is our lifelong goal. It's always been our responsibility to make a change in the lives of our students. Let us stop teaching the subjects, the mere subjects that we are teaching, the math, sciences, and other things. Let us teach life.
Yes, no? So, ang ganda ng reflection
Yes, I really
ni
love the story, and I
Ma'am
hope
Christine.
you do too.
Yeah, ako, I really love that story. That's why I keep on listening to that, no? Maririnig din natin yan sa Facebook. So, sa soon-to-be teachers also, I would like to encourage you to do the same as what the teacher has done to the students. So,
to
Ma'am Dawn,
Yes.
maraming salamat for having us in my blog. And see you also again soon.
Yes, thank you so much for having me here. Don't forget to subscribe to the blog of Sir.
Yes. Thank you. So that's all for today, guys. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
So that's all for today, guys. See you again on my next vlog. Bye-bye.